Alright guys, so I just wanted to make a quick video on an update on where I've been and why I haven't had any updates on the MR2 lately. But first of all, on the MR2, the engine is back in the car. I originally had it in about 2.5 weeks ago, and then it had to pull it back out again because there was, for some reason, the timing belt was loose, and I'm not 100% sure, but I mean that's the only thing I can come to the conclusion of is the timing belt tensioner was bad. And so we did that, and then getting it back to top dead center was its own feat in itself. The HKS cams don't have top dead center marks on them, and so you have to go by the cam gears and the crank pulley there at the bottom. And so that's what I ended up doing. But so I got the engine back in, and then I ran into another issue. One of the intercooler mounting bars that me and Rob welded in, my intake sits like directly on top of one of them, and so I ended up having to cut that deal out again. But in the end, the engine's back in. Almost everything's hooked up. I just need to do some wiring and stuff like that. And I'm waiting on my injectors, which should be here next Monday. But that's all good to go. I'll have another video out probably within the next 2 weeks, hopefully with the car running, and at least the process leading up to the car running. And any issues, of course, I run along the way, I'll let you guys know of. But the reason why I've been gone for the last 2.5 weeks was I know you guys saw that TA2 race car that was in the shop in my last video. Well, Rob offered for me to be able to go and work on the pit crew with them. And of course I took up that opportunity. So we prepped the car for 2.5–3 weeks, got it all ready, and then we went out to Fontana over this past weekend and ran it. It went really well. It was absolutely insane to see that side of racing. There was a lot more classes there than I was expecting. There was Miatas and Porsche series classes, BMW classes, and even things like I saw Indy cars and stuff like that. These are all privately owned, so it was really cool. And there wasn't very many of the TA2 cars. There's only like 6 of them over here. There isn't very many West Coast races. They're mostly East Coast. And we're going to be doing. We just did Fontana. We're going to be doing Sonoma, Indianapolis, Portland, Daytona, and then Coda. And I'll be helping with all the ones that I can with my work schedule. But yeah, it was just absolutely an amazing experience. The car ran really well. Second practice, a power steering line popped and ended up landing on the header and catching the car on fire. We were able to get it fixed by the next day and finish the race off. So that in itself was just an experience to see, how a team can come together very quickly and fix something that otherwise felt like the race was over with. And so just all in all, just a great experience. I'm very thankful for Rob for letting me in on that, because otherwise I don't think I'd ever be able to get that opportunity. So that's where I've basically been over the last 2.5 to 3 weeks, is doing that stuff and just kind of focusing on that since it's such a big deal. But now that that's over, we have about 5 weeks until Sonoma, and so I'm going to focus back on the MR2 and try to get this puppy started within the next 2 weeks. I'm also going to have the race car back in here soon, and we're going to be putting that and redoing some stuff. There's a lot of work to be done. There was a lot of things that we saw at the racetrack and also that tech didn't like. So for the next race, we have to have it all fixed. So there'll be a lot of that as well. But just wanted to check in with you guys real quick, let you guys know that I'm still here. I'm not just giving up on the MR2 or this whole, documenting the process of getting up to a high horsepower MR2. So just bear with me. Please continue to like and subscribe. It motivates me for sure. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.